Okay, recording in progress.
Cool. How are you?
Um,
How are you doing today? How's
Pretty good. I took Adderall,
uh
uh, off label because I have ADHD,
huh.
but nobody wants to prescribe me anything for it, so I'm trying to like
Oh,
figure things out myself.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling pretty like calm and collected and focused.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
like I drank yesterday coffee. I made coffee before work because
Hmm.
I up late as you
Yep.
probably saw, and then I forgot it before I went to work yesterday. So I'm drinking yesterday's coffee
Okay, that's
today.
nice. It had like a slow brew. It developed.
Yeah, yeah. It's colder at this point, I
Yeah.
guess, since it
Yeah,
was yesterday's coffee.
I got my dirty chai latte. That's my fall go-to.
Okay,
It's
nice.
got the nice like spices.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you could probably see I'm glistening from running around.
Like this morning?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
I'm a bad student. I was studying for the interview.
Oh,
Um
no, you're probably the only person that studied. Like you're the best
yeah,
student.
I was watching Cerezas or Violets, and then I was
Uh-huh.
watching Humans earlier, and I got
Okay, cool.
like 10 minutes into the hieroglyphic being
Yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and then I was like, oh no, I have to get ready to go and be on
yeah.
yeah, be
Yeah.
interviewed.
I feel like these they're like barely interviews. It's just kind of like shooting the shit for an hour.
For
It's
sure.
pretty chill. Yeah. Um,
Cool. What's I guess I feel like yeah, I should
yeah, you gotta
introduce
introduce. Yeah,
myself.
you got it already. Well, I can read like your Fourth River thing.
Oh, okay.
Based in
That's pretty
Pittsburgh
old.
since 2008, Naeem is a DJ and producer whose work bridges visual art, community, and music. His more recent musical interest focuses on life's subtle in-between moments rather than peak time energy. Deeply influenced by Pittsburgh DIY scene and the Afrofuturist lineage of Detroit, he sees music as both a personal practice and a collaborative dialogue.
Well,
And
who
then
wrote that?
there's
Not me.
Naeem with the bike.
Who wrote that? I
I
feel like
don't
I did
know,
not write that.
some Fourth River person.
If I have a copy editor, I should thank you to my copy editor and
Copywriter, yeah.
bio writer. I
Okay,
don't know who you are, but
well then what's your spin on it?
I mean that seems pretty appropriate.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Cool.
but yeah, I don't know who wrote that. I need to send
Well,
them a
I want to
check.
hear more about the bike.
The bike,
'Cause I
that
always see
bike,
you with your
oh,
bicycle.
that bike. Thank you to that bike. It was gifted by Mark Black. But thanks for that bike. The bike is actually broken beyond repair.
Uh,
I went to Kindred
uh,
Cycles
uh-huh.
last year, and they said do not put any more money into that bike because there's catastrophic, or not, I mean not catastrophic, but there's like terrible frame damage, and I should not put any more money into that
I
bike.
feel like okay, my first time meeting you was when Marco and I were doing that like the Palestine fundraiser
Uh
at
huh.
Riverview Park, and you
Okay.
biked in, and it was like pouring rain, I think, when we were tearing down. And Mark and
Yeah.
I were like, "You want to ride?" And you were like, "No, it's only like an hour-long bike ride in the dark in pouring
Yeah.
rain." And we're like, "Damn, Naeem goes hard."
Yeah, I don't know about go hard, but yeah, I mean, it was well. I walked for a while, and then I had like I had a phone conversation.
Hmm.
Um, and then I biked some of the way. That's actually a really nice ride when the weather's nice. You
Yeah.
can go along the trail, and then there's a little bit of hill,
And then
but it's pretty flat.
where's the end destination? Like which neighborhood are you in?
Like Bloomfield ish.
Bloomfield. Okay, nice. Have you done the Gap?
No, I'm not that hardcore. I've never been
Okay,
a
I
cat
did the
toe.
Gap my first year after CMU because I was like, I gotta
Okay,
do something to like get out of here.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
it was surprisingly like really easy. Like I thought I was gonna die, but it was like
Hmm.
not bad because it's flat most of the way.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Um. Okay, but wait. Okay, things not covered in that bio are that you screen print. You work at the Andy Warhol Museum. Is that right? The Warhol.
Correct. Yeah, that's right.
Um. You're a part of Detour.
Yeah.
Um. Which is this, yeah, this collective.
Yeah.
Um, what else do you do? You took a lighting class at Tech 25.
Yeah, shout out to Tech 25 and all that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Tech 25. What else? You screen printed all the totes for Detour.
Yeah, yeah. There's some
Um,
totes. You
you
should
have a studio
people.
space in the same building as like Pittsburgh Track Authority or like with Sean Redeman.
Yeah, I have a little. I have a hallway. Well, there's a hallway, and I have a desk in a hallway.
What's your studio setup? What's in there?
It's I have a Mac Mini from like 20 2008 maybe or 2010.
Hmm.
So if anyone has a slightly more up to date Mac Mini that they don't want anymore, let me know because I'm out of updates. I cannot update anymore. Putting that out there into the
Yeah,
ether.
yeah, yeah.
Or I can update. I got it because it has a CD drive. I'm into buying
Yeah,
CDs off of Discogs and ripping.
yeah.
So there's still a CD drive if that gives it any sort of dating as to how old
Yeah,
it
I
is.
just bought this controller. It's a Gemini controller.
Hmm.
'Cause yeah, I'm not gonna fork out for like CDJs.
For
But they
sure, for
have
sure.
they have a CD drive, so I'm like really
Cool.
excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my CD wallets that are still there. It's still at
Is it
home.
at your studio?
No, no, I have CD wallets at home, and
Is
they
it here?
no,
Can
no,
we
I don't
see
have
it?
them right now.
Okay.
No,
What
maybe I should have bought a CD wallet. Yeah,
what
I didn't think
CD
about that.
have you bought or listened to recently?
Last CD I bought. There's this. I just shared it with some other people from Detour. There's like a Facebook group. I still go on Facebook sometimes. It's like Drexian Research, and
Hmm.
the group suggested it's like I'm gonna say the wrong name. It's like this is not new wave or something. Let me see. I have it in. I think I have it in my what do you call it? Let's see. On my music or iTunes. It says this is not the '80s. It's like a new wave comp. Let's see. Yeah, this is not the '80s. A new wave electro compilation.
Ooh, electro.
It's fun.
I
Yeah, I'll share.
love
Yeah,
electro.
I'll send it your way. I've been sharing it with people,
Am
but
I
it's.
like, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, I was just saying I'll share it with you after this. I
Yeah,
have it posted.
cool.
It's fun. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a.
I kind of want to start this little like Pittsburgh DIY like Plex server or something where everyone
Mm-hmm.
can share their libraries. Um,
Mm,
'Cause yeah, I'm putting together the set for Hot Mass, and currently
mm-hmm.
I've been for all my stuff, like up until this gig, I've been using YouTube rips.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have downloaded SoulSeek.
Mm.
Yeah,
So everything's possible now that you have SoulSeek.
I don't know. It's kind of like hard to tell what file quality things
Uh,
are.
until you get
Um,
it, until you download it.
yeah, and then like some CDJs don't play Flax, right?
Mm, for sure.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
get the highest quality MP3s until you have to get something
I
higher
like.
quality.
I recently got this like versions by Shigeto,
Hmm.
one of my favorite like records. But yeah, up until like recently, I was just listening to it on streaming. But then I
Hmm.
got the record and I heard it on my HS8, and I heard all this shit that like I was like, oh my God, this is like I don't know, like finally putting on glasses and seeing my loved one in full
Hmm.
fidelity and being like, oh my God, there's
Mm.
so much more beauty than I thought. Yeah,
Well, beautiful
yeah.
description.
Hmm.
Everybody, get your vision or your ears checked so you can hear the full fidelity of your favorite music.
Yeah. Because for a while, like, I don't know, I grew up kind of poor, and so
Hmm.
I tended to like penny pinch on gear and things, but
For
like,
sure.
it's so sometimes it's like really worth the investment, like that, like to be able to feel or hear things in like
Hmm.
hi-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can, I feel like if you can get like a nice set of speakers,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I think it.
I got a pair of used HS8s for my studio because I want
Hmm.
to turn it into like a listening club type of thing.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm kind of trying to make it like a boutique record shop listening club type of thing where
Hmm.
people can like uh I don't know, like look like I want to be fully stocked with like all the Pittsburgh homies releases so that when
Hmm.
people go to Hot Mass or like when a touring DJ plays a Hot Mass the next day, they can come through and like stock up on like local shit. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Keep my
But
ears
enough.
and
Hmm?
eyes open for. I said I'll keep my ears and eyes open for.
Yeah. It's a work in progress. Like I was kind of getting down on myself about like how long things are taking,
Hmm.
but I think like yeah, getting a record shop off the ground, like I'm like I have to like get a dehumidifier for the space or else
Mm,
things are gonna mold and like all these like yeah, very essential things.
fair, fair. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like on the theme of like record collections, like I'm always interested in hearing people's like how they categorize their records or label them.
Hmm.
Like Ben Liftgate put me on to like the fact that you can put stickers on records and like you BPM, you like write down the BPM for all the
Hmm.
tracks so that like when you pull it, you know exactly like what like where to put the slider.
Hmm.
Yeah, like how do you like organize your music?
I think I think everyone has a different way. I think what I do is maybe not as helpful to other people. I think at
Hmm.
the end of the day, whatever information is vital to you. Like if you're if you're DJing, like do you want the BPM? Do you want the genre? When you're gonna play it?
Yeah.
Or if it's like, oh, this is great to like bring the energy down, or this is gonna be great to start off the night, or it's like this track is gonna get people moving. I think
Yep.
just like I feel like whoever it is that's doing stuff, like I need this information to like know when to play it because
Yeah.
it's not like a CDJ or it's not like a file that you can put
Yeah.
this stuff.
And I saw
That's the advice
today,
I would give.
I saw today like how people set cue points on like vinyl. Like
Hmm.
sometimes you just
Yeah,
like
I've
put a
heard
sticker
of
on
that.
the fucking
Yeah,
record and you just
yeah.
like just put it right on the grooves and you're like, okay, right here.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen definitely if you look up on YouTube like people who are like scratch DJs, especially if they're
Hmm.
doing like battles and stuff. They need to know where this is because they don't they have a matter of seconds to
Yeah.
get to that point. I think
It's
there's a good
amazing.
yeah I think there's a good video of like Kink who does live sets and stuff
Mm.
of
Kink?
him like using like loops and
Mm.
stuff of where to do. And I feel like Eris Drew has a
Yeah.
good there's like a T for T zine. So Eris Drew and Dr. Octa giving advice for getting started as a DJ, and I think it's just on their website if anyone wants to download that and how
Yeah.
to like get started.
Oh,
And it's like
cool.
I think it's a good source for labeling stuff,
Hmm.
whether you're getting started or you're getting into playing records,
Yeah.
and give some good starter tips and stuff like that for what to do, where to go, and how
Hmm.
to source stuff. If anyone's
Yeah.
looking for that or curious.
Hmm. Yeah. What is the like origin story of Detour?
The origin story of Detour is everybody who's still part of it now. We were part of WRCT, the
Hmm.
radio station at CMU.
Hmm.
Shout out to 88.3.
Hmm.
And it was Juan, DJ Gusto, and Alex, aka Alex in Exile. And then there was another person, Mirko, who was a design student at CMU. Yeah, I guess we were all CMU people, and we're at the radio station. I think they originally started it. Mirko is credited for the design,
Mm.
the three hexagons,
Hmm.
and there ended up being six of us. So I feel like it was pretty appropriate having the hexagon
Yeah.
as a design.
Hmm.
And then Chloe, who now is overseas but does like cool stuff like releasing music and does stuff for RA as well.
Hmm.
And then Allison, shout out to DJ Scout, who played a pretty good set this
Yeah.
past weekend. I heard.
Hmm.
So there was six of us at first, and then other people, you know, life stuff, and people moved or
Yeah.
went on to do different interests. So yeah, so we started at at WRCT. I was an initial member. I was just practicing in I think it's the new studio on my controller that I had at the time.
Hmm.
And I feel like I think Juan noticed and it was like, hey, I'm gonna join and do this first party, and that's how I got roped into it.
That's funny. You were scouted by Juan.
Yeah, so shout out to radio stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, now we're here many years later, still
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's your bridge version.
Mm-hmm.
Many late nights later.
And then Juan also has a studio space, right, in the same building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you so like I saw a video of you screen printing the totes.
hmm
That was in your studio, right?
No, that's in my basement or our basement.
Okay. Cool. Mm.
Yeah.
Thinking about what topic to touch on next.
hmm
Detour, because I've heard, okay, one person called you the dark horse of hot mess, where like
Who said?
you,
No, yeah, I guess no. We don't have to name any more
yeah, we don't
names.
have
No
to name
names.
names, but
Um,
like basically how you're like the person pulling a lot of weight.
was this
Yeah,
was this a was this a Reddit thread? I've definitely seen.
no.
I've definitely looked up. There's a couple of forums I've like checked in. It's like yeah, I don't know. Don't look at forums. You may not like what you see. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. How would you describe a dark horse? What I don't. Yeah, what context?
I think
I
the
guess.
context, like my friend and I, we were talking about like who's very capable
Uh,
in the scene.
hmm, I don't
Yeah,
know. I've definitely picked up a lot of trash in my day. I put it like that.
yeah. Yeah.
Lots of. If you're picking up trash, always wear gloves.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I got sick one time, and it was June. I don't know. Not that that matters, but I was cleaning up trash, so went out glove up
Mm-hmm.
as advice. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
helpful advice, but yeah,
Sometimes there might be broken glass.
yeah,
Yeah.
anything, yeah, just yeah. I don't know. Anyway, skipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dark horse of something pulling weight. Dark horse.
Yeah, pulling trash and
Yeah,
broken glass.
yeah. I don't know. I guess. I would say I'm not good at talking about myself, but I guess I'm. If I could say anything positive about myself, I guess I'm somewhat reliable. If you need somebody to show up at 5 a.m. to help clean up, I'll be there.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Naeem cleanup crew.
and I think that starts back to I used to do when I was at CMU. I guess I'm a CMU kid. That's what brought me to Pittsburgh. I used to work, or how I started doing music stuff. I used to be part of AB Tech,
Oh yeah.
um,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes I wasn't necessarily the person behind the boards, but I would do a lot of like the setups for like concerts and random shows, and they would always play Sunshine by Dario G, which I don't know, maybe it's not like the greatest song, but you would hear that across the campus and that was the strike song, so you would like show up and help, put your gloves on again, another gloving up and like, helps take down the stage or like roll,
Uh-huh.
wrap cables and stuff like that or take down speakers
Mm-hmm.
and you would know to show up. So that could be, usually it wasn't as late as I'm used to now, but yeah, you would know that there were cables to be wrapped and speakers to take down
Mm-hmm.
or like lighting to pack up at
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah, I
So
love
that's
having a physical job to do. Like,
yeah, definitely that helps. Yeah, definitely that's like give yourself a duty
mm-hmm.
or a task, and that yeah, that definitely helped. Yeah, I guess the point I was trying to make is that's when I started being like, okay, this is like I don't know, show up to help,
Yeah.
uh, take stuff down or put stuff up or help get stuff into storage or vice versa. So it
Mm.
started in my college years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going back to like your bio, I'm thinking about like they described your sound as like I forget exactly the wording, but something about like being more into like the in between moments of like daily life.
Oh yeah, maybe I did write that. I don't know. I
Okay,
forget.
yeah. So yeah, like how has your like taste evolved over time?
I think the last few years, or at least for my DJ, when if I'm DJing or if I get the opening slot, which I guess I've done more than peak time sets, I've always been excited to like play as much ambient or down tempo, etc.
Yeah.
until people start getting antsy.
Yeah.
So it's like how long can I play something without a beat before people start getting antsy,
Mhm.
look visibly annoyed, um, and then I'll switch to beat stuff. So I
Mhm.
think maybe it stems from that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I think that range is like maybe makes the hits hit even harder because
Hmm.
you're like, yeah, going from something slow to something like that. You're like, oh my God, like there's the kick, or like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's like you really yeah when it starts to get into that people really they like they
Mhm.
want that motion. So I don't know. I'm definitely a fan of the arc of the night in terms
Yeah,
of
me
like
too.
programming things. So
So like the last time I saw you play, you both opened and closed the night.
yeah,
Like how was that narrative arc? Like how did you structure your sets for like the start and the end and like bringing people up and then bringing people down?
I think same thing from with like labeling vinyl. It's like when you're gonna play stuff or how do you program a night or a set. I guess I've been fortunate to see there's been a couple of instances for people booking things at hot mass. Because sometimes there's been a few instances where a DJ or crew, etc., have been able to play the whole night. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess I've been fortunate to see either parts or the whole of that set. So it's been interesting to be able to see how people who are more experienced than I am or have been, how they program the night, and I feel like that's been very rewarding to see. Being able to take it from 0 to 60 and then back down to zero again.
Yeah.
Um, so being able to see that, or yeah, I guess if you're able to see a DJ that you like, or even just a DJ in general, program a night from 0 to 60 or 120 even,
Mm-hmm.
not actual speeds, but I guess thinking cars,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
back down. So
Like okay, so thinking about like miles per hour versus
mhm,
BPM
yeah.
versus like um actual beats per minute of like
Hmm.
the physical human body, like the heart is at like 60 BPM.
Hmm.
I used to go to these sound baths put on by Monique Mead, who she's also like a professor of music at CMU. And she was telling me how like I took a class with her on like how to like actually like structure a sound bath and the narrative arc and how to like bring people from their 60 BPM down to maybe 50. And
Hmm.
she was saying how like yeah, she's like so intelligent and like capable. But she was
Hmm.
saying how like a common pattern is like a heartbeat, like pum pum, like the pum pum,
Hmm.
and you do a hard hit and then a soft one right after.
Hmm.
And she was saying you first start at 60 where everyone already is, and then you get them like synced up
Hmm.
that way. But then you gradually increase the speed between each of the hits so slowly that people don't notice, but
Hmm.
like their heart also follows.
Hmm.
And she was saying how like there's this piece of research on how like prenatal babies, there's like music therapy for them, and like where someone will physically like bring a drum into the ICU and like match the baby's BPM and then like slow it down to kind of like bring them back to like baseline. So yeah, I'm like really interested in like how like BPM interacts with like I don't know the human physiology and like
Hmm.
ways in which you can change people's experience in that
Hmm.
way. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look up some research. I have a bunch of notes in my quote unquote studies for the interview. Some of the stuff that Kevin and Ceresa were talking about. So I've got to.
Yeah.
I
What
take. I feel
else?
like I
What
take a lot
else
of
is in
notes.
there? What else is in there
I
in
don't know. I
your
take a lot of
notes?
notes, but I never read them again. So that's like a.
That's good. Well,
I
there's
feel like
still like
I'm a bad
the
student,
act
but
the act of writing notes is in itself an accomplishment. Yeah.
yeah, I gotta look up. There's like a bunch of zine stuff that you were talking about.
Hmm.
There was like another song. Uh, there was like that James Blake song that Kevin was talking about.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that one. Yeah, the
that
first
talked
time I
about
ever
the
saw your face.
city and stuff. Oh, that's it. Okay, adding it to the notes right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn that on my Juno,
Uh,
and I kind of wanna. I'm.
Sorry, that was your song. Excuse me. I'm mixing up my notes. You were trying to learn that song.
Yeah, like I really want to play more like more real instrumentation at Hot Mass. Like I talked to Aaron
Yeah, for
Clark,
sure.
and he was like, "Yeah, I want a live band. Like they should get
Mm,
a live band."
hmm
Yeah, so I'm really excited for this upcoming show
hmm
because it's gonna start ambient. There's gonna
Yeah.
be a flute and a piano, and I'm gonna have a contact mic, and
Ooh.
yeah, it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the closest things to live we were fortunate to have Juju and Jordash. I don't know if you're familiar with them,
Mm-mm.
but if you look them up, there's like a pretty that's like as close to like a live set because they have like a bunch of gear. We had to rent this like huge soundboard because
Mm.
they had a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Yeah, if you look them up, you'll see how much gear they would bring to shows, like full on keyboards. And we were
Yeah.
fortunate to have help from the community, I guess, so some local musicians who I
Mm-hmm.
guess borrow some gear, Sean,
Yeah.
and make it work.
Shout out
So
Sean.
so
Yeah.
thank you to Sean and
Um,
and stuff for pianos and stuff for in stuff because that's where we got the board from.
mhm.
It was like a 20 channel board or more.
Yeah, like Mark de Clive Lowe, who he was the first person I interviewed, and he's like a
Mhm.
friend of mine. He has this crazy setup because he does like live remixes, and he'll have like
Mm.
multiple keyboards and like a bunch of MIDI controllers, and like yeah, he calls it his the spaceship. He says like
Yeah,
I'm
there's a
setting
lot
up
of
the spaceship and
yeah. I feel
taking
like a
down
lot
the
of people.
spaceship.
Yeah, definitely a lot
Yeah,
of people call the spaceship. I guess maybe that's
yeah.
like Sun Ra or
Mm,
I'm totally blanking. Uh,
mm-hmm,
George Clinton. Maybe that's the reference.
mm-hmm.
The mothership.
The mothership. Yeah. Okay. Well, then now we can talk about Afrofuturism. Like,
Okay.
because your bio said you're like deeply inspired by the Afrofuturist lineage of Detroit. Like, can you talk more
Oh,
about that?
whoa. I guess I wrote that. I got anti up. I gotta read my bio statements. I should add that to my press kit or whatever.
Mm,
My EPK that I made.
mm,
Yeah, I would say some of the stuff that like got me into that when I was in school, like a lot of my friends to go back, a lot of my friends were films. So and I wasn't necessarily like a film person, so one of like my last assignments in my that I never really finished because I'm a bad student. Um, I'm a student in life. That's what I always tell people when I'm at work. They're like, "Oh," they ask all the time, like, "Oh, are you a student?" I'm like, "I'm a student in life. You know, you're always learning." And they
yeah.
chuckle. They either chuckle or look at me with a blank stare. Um, yeah, so I started looking at like what's the history of like black filmmakers, and
Yeah.
that got into like all the I guess tropes or stereotypes that were in some of the films of like the 30s and 40s. So I was doing these
Mm,
movie posters
yeah.
that were kind of informed by some of that, and I don't know. I got like halfway through, and then I did a review in my last year, and it didn't. It kind of fell flat from the professors, but I have some of the prints that look kind of cool.
Were any of the professors black?
That's yeah, that's the answer right there. Um, but it was a I think it was a worthwhile project for me.
Hmm.
Um,
What was like your favorite film? Or like what? Yeah, what's
I
a.
mean, all of the films were kind of they were rich, maybe not rich, but they were full of obvious or not maybe not so obvious, but stereotypes. So I was kind of curious about that and getting some historic context for
Mm,
what these things were and why
yeah.
they were.
Which
I guess
what stereotypes?
just like color lines, stereotypes of male, female, etc. There was this one book I read. I totally forget the name. I maybe still have it. But one of the films I was watching, I got kind of super into, I got through in terms of like connecting to the project that I was doing, was this film called Imitation of Life, and there's several versions of it.
Mm,
But the version with I'm only gonna forget names, but there's like a later version from I want to say 50s or 60s. That was the one that I ended up watching, and I was
mm.
taking film stills from that, and I was doing these.
Hell yeah.
I guess they're like monotype prints of it, and then doing like these
Mm,
color seals
hmm.
on top of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when I was in undergrad at MIT, my first year, my freshman year, I TA'd this darkroom photography class,
Hmm
and I took a picture of my cat. And like yeah, when you're doing like developing film,
hmm
black and white, you do like test strips where you like
mm
I don't know, you expose it for 5 seconds, then 10, then 15, and you like
Hmm.
pull it physically with
Yeah.
like a piece of paper to like burn it or like to
Hmm.
kind of like mask it. And then I actually was more interested in the test strip than like
Hmm.
the final piece
Hmm.
because like it had all these cool like cuts in it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I never got into like photography per se. I guess the closest thing to photography is when you have to like burn a silk screen.
Hmm.
Um, so you have to go, or you're supposed to go into a dark room.
Yeah.
We don't really have access to one, so we kind of just do it in a
Yeah.
semi dark room.
Yeah. Yeah.
The screen emulsion is pretty. It's a little bit more hardy than was described in my school years. So
Okay, cool.
make do.
Yeah, because I took my second term senior year of college. I took this I because you can like cross register classes at Harvard. So
Mm-hmm.
I took this screen printing class, and that was so cool. It was like I was kind of disappointed that a lot of people just wanted to make shirts.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they had like the whole setup. Kind of want to get back into screen printing, especially for
Mm-hmm.
making merch.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I think Artist Image Resource. Shout out to Air. Um, I think they have Friday sessions because they used to like before 2020, and everything being shut down. They would have like open studio night. You could go there,
Mm.
and if you bring in your image, they for like a small fee. If you bring in the image, they'll burn the screen for you. You have to bring your own ink and whatever you're printing on, but you could go in there and have the shop space.
Oh, cool.
And I think they still have that. You can look at Artist Image Resource at their
Yeah.
website. Um,
Yeah, I want to see more merch from DJs. Because the
oh,
merch table is a very like noise show kind of thing.
for
Um,
sure.
but yeah, I want to see more like DIY merch from
Yeah,
like DJs. Yeah.
yeah. Let me know if you want a screen print. I'm happy to
No,
help you.
I have a couple
Oh, you have
empty
stuff.
screens
Oh
that
yeah,
I
let me
want to
know.
like
We'll
burn.
talk. Yeah, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
I'm happy to like. I've already reached out to a couple of people. I feel like I should stop because as soon as I feel like everyone's gonna be like, hey,
At
you
the
trying to
same
screen
time.
print? Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
gonna be at the same time. I'm like I'm I'm semi busy. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, things work in waves, I guess.
Yeah. Well, going back to like Afrofuturist films,
Hmm.
like I I was gonna watch Downtown 81 the other night.
Hmm.
Like it's like this Basquiat documentary from like
Hmm.
1983. And yeah, I'm also really inspired by Basquiat and like
Hmm.
also like his connection to Andy Warhol and like
Hmm.
Pittsburgh and yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I watched it. I feel like I've heard the name definitely, or it's in one of my many notes lists that
Hmm.
have been lost to computers or in a book somewhere. So maybe I'm gonna put
Yeah.
that in my notes right now.
I
Watch
was
Downtown
like
'81.
really surprised and interested that like hieroglyphic being like he started as an acting student at Northwestern, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's kind of how he like basically all of his inspirations, like a lot of it stems from film. He was like
Mm-hmm.
very well versed in like films and old films. Um, yeah, it's interesting like hearing how musical artists like take inspiration from other mediums.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think I saw like this interview. I think his name is Ass Pizza. Like he's like, I think he was like found by Kanye outside of the Supreme store in Soho, like selling Supreme knockoffs out of his like car, and then Kanye was like, "No, come in the store, like bring your stuff in the store." Um, but yeah, like he he was saying how like he encourages artists of like a certain medium to not consume any media from that medium, but only like
Mm-hmm.
other
Interesting.
mediums
Mm-hmm.
for inspiration. Which yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, it's like how do you know, I guess yeah, I guess if you're a writer, what would your music sound like? Or if you were a painter,
Yeah, I
what would
mean,
your music sound like? Or
I
if
think
I don't
that's
know.
what's happening to me because I've always been like a visual artist and now I'm
Hmm.
starting to make music
Yeah.
and like being like, yeah, like how to translate the same things I'm saying visually
Hmm.
into something sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've always gotten like people have always been like, "Damn, you work in a lot of different mediums. Like you're not like a painter. Like you're
Hmm.
like doing like liquids and like you paint and you spray paint and you like screen print and like watercolor and like airbrush and all these different
Hmm.
things and now I'm making music." But yeah, I've always like thought it to all be the same. Like I'm still saying the same thing. It's just like
Hmm.
through a different medium.
Yeah. How do you? I feel like I've always been terrible about this. How do you? Yeah. How does the language like cross medium barriers? I feel like I've always kind of siloed the different things I do, and I've never been good at
Yeah.
intermeshing or weaving, for lack of a
Well,
better term, the different
yeah, I
things
think
I
it
do.
takes like first you have to develop mastery or like the
Hmm.
ability to like have a conversation in each of the mediums. So there's a degree of like maybe like 1 or 2 years of developing technical skills so you can become fluent in the language.
Hmm.
But then once you become fluent in the language, I think it's easier to like have a conversation between two different like voices or like mediums. Um, yeah, I think with music, I'm like still learning my first set of vocabulary. But
Hmm.
once I decide like what's in the vocabulary and what's not, then yeah, then I can like speak, like get really creative with like the limited word bank that I've
Hmm.
restricted myself to.
Yeah. I guess that also goes into like don't be afraid to make bad bad art, bad
Yeah, I
let it
mean,
be let it be terrible for a while.
yeah, because sometimes I'm like, I get down on like, I'm like, oh, this sounds like shit. But I'm
Hmm.
like, I've accepted like the first 100 things I make probably will sound like shit, but I just have to keep doing like, okay, number 32, number
Hmm.
33, just keep doing it until I get
Yeah.
to 100.
Yeah, give
Yeah.
yourself a grace period, so to speak, of
Hmm.
making wonky stuff,
Yeah.
and then send it to somebody. Send it to somebody who will say, "Oh yeah, that's shit," but
Yeah, and
they
then maybe
say
they'll
it with
pick out like a
love.
3 second sample and they're like, this is the, everything else is shit, but this is like, you should reuse this in
Yeah.
something later.
Who's
Yeah.
your who's your external voice? Who's the external voice you can send
Well,
stuff to?
yesterday I had my first jam session. It was my first time jamming for like an hour with people, with Kevin and Tree, because we're doing
Cool.
like a live set. Um, we recorded like an hour of the jam session and we all
Hmm.
like listened to it back. We
Hmm.
put it on SoundCloud in a private link and
Hmm.
I think we're
Cool.
all gonna like listen through it individually and comment or like, SoundCloud has the time-stamped comments and you can be like fire, fire,
Mm.
trash, vomit. Like
Oh, that's the kind of the language you agreed on. You're just gonna say put an emoji to it, and
yeah.
that's like
Yeah, yeah.
cool. Yeah, I mean that totally makes sense. Back to the language thing. Like even if like as if if you're developing your language for your own practice, whether that's you or working with somebody. So like how do the emojis are are like the first steps of the language, and
Yeah.
as time you can
Because
like
also like I feel
grow from
like
that from the fire vomit emoji.
your audience is not everyone. I think
Hmm.
my
For
audience is
sure.
other people like me, and I
Hmm.
have faith that there's at least like 5 other people out in the world who are like me and have like similar taste to me.
Hmm.
And so I think like a lot of artists kind of hit this barrier of like, oh, like I don't know, I have to post reels on Instagram with my face in it, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
But I think like that's only to get like the people who are not a part of the culture to like
Hmm.
engage.
Fair,
But
fair,
I
yeah.
think it's good to like restrict your pool of like people who you listen to like people that are like yeah, who are like about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, or I guess at least while you're starting, like
Yeah.
it's not going to be for everybody.
Hmm.
And like have your I feel like that's one of the things that was said in one of the some of those Fourth River talks. Is like find your like 5 or 10 people who are gonna you know show up for your for your basement noise show or whatever, even if it's just those like 5 to 10 people,
Yeah,
and
because I
those five to
think
ten people can grow to
I'm
whatever
like,
number you're looking for, but get
if
your
there's one person, like
core
sometimes
group.
I post like a bunch of stories and I'm
Mhm.
like, why the fuck am I posting all these stupid ass stories? But then one person comments or responds and they're like, oh my God, this was like I feel the same way. And then I'm like, okay, it's worth it. Like if one person, if I've made
Yeah,
a benefit in one person's life, like that means it was worth it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Start start small. Start in from humble beginnings,
Yeah.
something
Because
like
you have
that.
to learn how to like scale things from like I don't know, me in my bedroom to me
For
plus
sure.
two friends plus or like me and the local scene or like then like me in the city, me in like the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like sorry for the person who actually said this. It's been said in like many places. I think this is like another thing from some of those four talks. Like, how do you scale up your
Yep.
what do you call it? Your art, or your connection to people. Or someone. I guess I was talking to one of the people I work with. Is like, you have your whole life to write your first album, and then like
Hmm.
become this huge artist, and it's like you're scrambling to write your next album in like you had your whole life to write the first one. So it's like, how do you
Mm.
grow um cohesive? I mean, I don't know if cohesively is the right word, but how do you grow in a stable and I'm doing a lot of hand gestures. How do you scroll sustainably for yourself,
Yeah.
as an artist, so you're not
I
like
think
struggling. You're not necessarily struggling, but you're not like rushed to make work when it doesn't necessarily feel like you're
yeah.
make that work, or you don't have life um, the life experiences or life inspiration or whatever to make that
Mm.
next album or make that next project. How
Yeah.
do you be I don't know, disciplined, or keep your what's the best way to say, keep your inspiration going, and it's not like you're not
Yeah.
drying up the reservoir, quote unquote, or whatever. Lots of hand
Have you
gestures.
read The Creative Act by Rick Rubin?
No, no, I've never read it.
It's actually a really good read, and it's like the type of book where you can just flip to any page and read like 2 pages, and it's still
Mhm.
really helpful. Um, yeah, I read that after like I was running this Artist's Way Julia
Mhm.
Cameron book
Oh
club.
yeah, I just got it.
Um,
That was one of the
okay, I think I'm gonna run
suggestions.
another session
That's what I'm.
in
Yeah,
2026.
that's what I'm reading right now.
Okay, are you doing the exercises?
That goes back to me being a bad student. I have not done my what are they? My morning pages. So I got a notebook, and I got the book. So come,
Yeah, cool. You're already halfway
look
there.
out. Yeah, look out, artist pages. I'm coming for you, or something.
Yeah. Okay, well I'll add you to the to this group I'm forming.
Yeah. One. Hold on. One of
Um,
the because I was late because I got all these books.
mhm.
I was looking through my library. One
Yeah,
of the
show and
books
tell.
that I was talking about, and if I'm sorry if I'm being annoying, people who have heard me talk about this book, and it's probably backwards, but this is a. Let me see if I can flip my camera.
Transcendent
Uh,
waves.
yeah, it's by
Mm,
Lavender Suarez, or C. Lavender, who they are.
mm.
Let's see. Here we go. Maybe now the book's backwards. No, it's
Oh,
cool.
there's an ear.
Yeah,
Cool.
I feel like it's a good studio book.
Mm.
And I learned about Lavender Suarez through there was this they would do they would make these zines, Women in Sound, who was
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
ooh, damn. Okay, well, sorry about that. Yeah, there's a couple of yeah, I got most of the zines, but yeah, Madeline Campbell, who was here in Pittsburgh.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, Lavender
Yeah.
Suarez was interviewed in one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she does like sound baths and
Yeah.
stuff like in the New York area. But
Mm-hmm.
this is like a book she put out in what's the date here? 2020 actually. But I feel like it's a good studio book. It like asks you kind of like there's like little prompts and stuff. So it's like
Mm.
another book where you can just like jump to any pages.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's like what it's like I don't know. There's like questions like are there any recurring sounds in your dreams and stuff like that. So I think it's like a good book.
Mm.
If you're distracted, if you're studio space or creative space. And it's like what does noise mean to you? What does
Yeah.
sound mean to you? So it's like kind of
Yes.
little questions that I kind of like. And it's like a nice little book
One of
just to have
my
around
my
when
takeaways that
ask
I
yourself.
always revisit from the artist's way is like I think like one of the introductions to doing the exercises, Julie Cameron is like, look at like read through all the exercises week to week, and if you don't have time to do all of them, like pick the one you're really excited about and pick the one that you hate. Because
Mm-hmm.
like I think like it's really interesting to like think, yeah, like now I lean into things that I hate because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, there's a reason I'm having such a strong emotional reaction to this. Like there's like something there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely like a good thing. Like, why do you not like this? And it definitely as I do like work at the museum, I try to like get the student, don't just say, oh yeah, I don't like this or I hate this. What kind of even for me sometimes it's like how do you give either better feedback or how do you how do you best describe the your response to something? It's like why
Hmm.
is this not good for you or why is this because I feel like if I'm giving feedback I want to be able to get feedback beyond oh yeah that's good or oh yeah I don't like this I don't know that's
Yeah.
something I have to work on give better feedback so I can I can better talk about my work if I can give better feedback to people I feel like
Hmm.
so yeah better it goes back to language I guess
Mm.
to talk about art and I don't know because
Yeah.
sometimes it can be stuffy or sometimes it can be not be very um, informative. So how can I
Hmm.
better describe myself, or how can I better
Yeah.
find out who wrote my artist statement for the Fourth River, or what kind of mindset I was in when I wrote that? Because I don't know. Yeah,
I
thank you to Fourth
like,
River for accepting me
yeah,
also.
because well, I do want to ask you more about how the Fourth River process was. But first,
Hmm.
I also want to talk about like writing an artist bio or like,
Hmm.
because I feel like one thing that like I think maybe artists think about or get caught up on too much is like, what is my work about or like, what's my
Hmm.
voice? But I think like once you make like 40 pieces, it's like pretty clear what keeps coming up.
Hmm.
Sometimes, like a lot of the time, you don't know what it is in the moment, but for some reason, you keep creating stuff that like has the similar like through line.
Hmm.
And so I think like it's like really good to stay in like the generation phase. But then and then once you have like 40 pieces, you can then go into the editing phase or like
Hmm.
the like bird's eye view.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of like yeah, like the forest for the trees kind of idiom.
Right. No, agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also at that point, it's helpful to like ask other people. I think once you have like a body of work, to ask them like, what do you see that keeps coming up like in this? And sometimes they can point out things that you didn't notice yourself because
Hmm.
it's just all
So
subconscious
you're
for
so
you.
close. Yeah, you're so close to the you're so close to
Mhm.
the work. How do you zoom in, zoom out, and
Yeah,
just like you
yeah.
were saying.
What else is in your bag?
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I grabbed a bunch of zines. I don't know. I feel like I've been fortunate to have people share zines and books with me
Mm-hmm.
recently. Going back to like the Afrofuturist stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I kind of got into it. Kind of I guess from a similar context of what do you call it? Blah 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 blah. From stuff I was doing in school, I feel like in terms of like getting into more electronic. I'm from New York, and I didn't. New York has like a long history in addition to Chicago, right? But I
Yep.
feel like I wasn't tapped into that.
Same. Yeah, I
So
went to high
then like,
school in New York.
oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Me too. So I didn't really get into it until I got to Pittsburgh and through WRCT. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I took the long way around because um, maybe embarrassingly or not embarrassingly, WRCT does this thing called Massive Music Weekend, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I did a block of Skrillex at one point before
Nice.
when it was like starting, and I was like, oh wow, this
I
is amazing.
respect Skrillex, despite
Um,
all the shit he gets.
yeah, I think like technically to do that, that was like it's a lot of technicality and know-how, knowledge, and to make something like even if it doesn't sound, if it's not appealing to people, like considering the technical aspects of what it takes to create that, and at least be cognizant of
Yeah.
that from that end. But I got introduced to like Urban Tribe, who's like a project before DJ Stingray started to do DJ
Mm.
Stingray.
Mm.
And I guess Detour had from New York, and I feel like I learned about Urban Tribe through when we had Umfang, who was like one of our first earliest bookings when we started doing nights.
Mfon?
Yeah, Umfang,
Umfon. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
UMFANG. So I started, and
Okay.
there's a record, not record, I guess record. There's a CD called "The Collapse of Urban Society," or "The Decay of Urban Society." Something.
Mm.
Let me look it up, so I have the right words. But that was like that's like a cool down. Getting back to what I was talking about, that's like a cool down tempo
Mm.
um, album. Let me go to
What does down
Discogs.
tempo actually mean?
Down tempo can mean a lot of things to different people. It could literally, I don't know, at least from my definition, and feel free to, um, whenever this gets posted, feel free to, shout at me in the chat, or
Play more.
the comments.
The comments.
Yeah, it's just in internet. What's that? Urban Tribe. Let's see, Urban Tribe. And there was a bunch of other people who were part of it. Like, if I'm looking at the Discogs page, it says like Anthony Shake Shakir, Carl Craig,
Mm.
Kenny Dixon Jr. We're all like, yeah, the collapse of modern culture is the album, and it has like a cool
Mm.
um, yellow cover. So if anyone's interested, look that up. But that was like a big influence for me in like 2016, and then I started to get into the electro end of things, and I was like, this all makes sense to me, and I got into the
Mm.
Drexia type of stuff,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and that's how I started to dive into that wormhole of stuff. And I feel like that was kind of like a similar thing for me. Like, as I was like, there's a lot of history in terms of stuff that I maybe
Mm-hmm.
wasn't as aware of. So I don't really, yeah. And yeah, same thing with like the stuff I was doing towards the end of my end of my school years. Like, how do I connect this, or how do I have this whole other angle to, like the film stuff that my friends are doing, and then looking at like electronic music. What's
Mm-hmm.
this other end of it?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a big influence. But getting to
Who?
the stuff that I have in my bag, unless you have something.
I wanted to ask you, like, who are your influences?
I think yeah, I mean, I think like definitely like the DJ Stingray sort of angle
Yeah.
stuff, and then like all the electro stuff. I feel like I've always been like that's kind of been like when I go to it's like studio space and try to make music. I feel like I always try to make something electro first, and then
Yeah. Mm.
turns into whatever else it is.
What
But I
are
also
like the
sorry.
key components of like electro?
I don't know. It feels like it's a lot of the stuff it can be faster, but there's also cool slow stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good definition, but it's like not. It's yeah. I don't know. I always, whenever I'm thinking about stuff, it always. I guess a lot of things have it, but it's like you have a snare on the two and the four.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then
Mm-hmm.
it's like the kick is not. Well, I guess it could have like a 4/4 kick sometimes, but
Mm.
usually kind of off. 1, 1, 7, 11, 14. For anyone
Uh-huh.
who's thinking about like a
Yeah.
not a synthesizer, but like a drum
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the easy way to like
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I feel
get
like
yourself
right now
started.
my brain is like, okay, new vocabulary. Electro means snare on the two and the four and 1, 7. What was
Yeah,
14?
1, 1, 7, 11, 14, or you could do 1, 4, 11. Well, no, sorry, 1, 4, 7, 11. I can
Mm-hmm.
do it if you want. But there's cool. I forget. Let me look it up. Look it up on my phone. There's like a guy who does all these. It's like sheets for like a drum machine. Or
Okay, cool. Because I've been learning. I took my first drum lesson like last Wednesday,
oh
and like we practiced like okay now add the kick every like
yeah.
on every tune four and hit the hi hat every eighth note and like yeah I'm like learning things.
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels good.
it has like I'm not gonna be able to find it, but it's yeah, I forget. There's one guy whose website is these are all my like my Instagram folders, but
Mm,
there's like a folder there. There's the one on that one side, but yeah, it has like
mm,
notation
mm-hmm.
for all like the steps. And I'll look it up and I'll
Mm.
send it to you. But
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
want that on a
If you're
t-shirt.
curious, I
I
mean,
want that
yeah,
that to be my screen printing like
uh,
a grid.
yeah. I mean, the guy who does those pages, I think you can buy them online, or
Hmm.
I feel like yeah. yeah, you can buy them, and yeah, they're like posters, and
Mm,
I was like, yeah, that I think that one was like IF, the Space Invaders are smoking weed, and
mm.
there's like, oh yeah, it's like there's all kinds of like electro tracks and early like Detroit stuff. But
Yeah.
the book that I was trying to show is because it's from this RA article about Cybertron, but this was apparently
Hmm.
this was like a book that Juan Atkins like was reading, and it's from the set.
Alvin Toffler.
Yeah, but it's
Hmm.
like I don't know. It's like yeah, it's like people not prophesizing, but like forecasting what they think the future will be like in terms of stuff.
When was it
But
written?
I want to say, let's see, because I guess there's multiple versions. This was it was 1970,
Hmm.
so this was like
Wow.
something at least according to RA, whoever did the interview, and I'll pull it up and send it to you too.
Hmm.
But so I got interested in that, and I read that. I read that a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
According to RA, according to the interview, I don't know, but I got interested, so I bought the book, and then I don't know to get lecture inspiration. I've been reading a lot of Octavia Butler books.
Oh, yes.
Like
Yes.
and my inspiration for that was there was a like Herman and Stacey Pearl. They did this performance at Then this is not the book. This is like another Octavia Butler book.
What's the title?
This is Clay's Arc, which is kind of funny because
His
this
Arc.
is like there's an alien disease
Mm.
that comes out. I was reading like 2021, 2022. There's like an alien disease. I was like, ugh. But
Ugh,
there's like
very
this
timely.
yeah there's like this alien disease that comes
Uh-huh.
to like I guess it's like a kind of semi apocalyptic future, but there's like this alien disease that comes and it's like transforming like rural kind of little like farm community into
Mm.
like these aliens. And I feel like a lot of her books have like this weird, it's like the gender and yeah, like the conflicts of gender, and then like
Mm.
all these weird sexual slant to a lot of them. If you the more books you read, it's like it's always it's there in a lot of them.
Okay.
But
You know,
but
so on the
but
topic of books, deep listening, Pauline
mhm.
Oliveros, there's
I haven't
this
read that one.
one meditation. Yeah, I also like this is on my like book club to-dos as like a deep listening club. Um, yeah, she has this Jaybird showed me this one meditation from Pauline because Pauline's like this like I didn't know she's like a lesbian woman.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one meditation. Maybe I'll try to find it. Um, but it's about gender and like gender swapping.
Mm-hmm.
And like it starts with I'll read it. Um, a pup named Rosie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have to think about my quote for the end of the interview. Um,
Yeah, okay, so Jaybird, a pup named Rosie, made this album
mm,
where it's called like one of them, Jaybird like reads, maybe you can hear it. I'll put it up to the mic. But it says like sex change.
mm,
Listen to a sound until you no longer recognize it. Listen inwardly to the sound of your voice. Listen inwardly to the sound of your voice. Change to the opposite sex. Listen inwardly to the sound of both voices together.
oh, okay, yeah, I have I bought that album on
Hmm.
Bandcamp. Shout out to
Okay,
a
yeah.
pup named Rosie. But yeah, I played.
Yeah.
I think I played in some mix. I think I played Dolls Don't Need to Think.
Oh,
Um,
cool. Yeah, yeah,
played one
yeah.
of them in some mix I did
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
at one point. But yeah,
Um,
shout out to
until
Rosie.
you no longer recognize it. Yeah. I don't know. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah. Listen inwardly to the sound of both voices together. Listen inwardly as if there were many of you. Listen inwardly freely as your voices change. Yeah, I listened to this whole album when I was in Detroit. I was like by myself in an Airbnb, and I I took a bunch of ketamine,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, I'm gonna listen to this erotic dollification music and become dollified. I'm gonna like
Mm,
hypnotize myself. Um, yeah, I would highly recommend doing
nice. Yeah, I feel like I'm bad. Like as if I'm preparing for gigs, I'm like speed listening to music. So I need to be better of a deep listener
That's why, like, I
to my
want to
music.
do this listening club type of
Hmm.
thing, because, like, there's too much. I don't know. I feel like it is like dance is saturated, but
Hmm.
what's like underrepresented, I think, is like deep listening and like
Hmm.
listening to an album cover to cover, no mixing,
Hmm.
just to like this track is by blah 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 and it means this to me and it was created in this way.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
I was doing one of the things when I was doing the side A side B. Shout out to the side A side B crew. Um,
The
yeah,
crew.
we were doing before 2020 we were doing set shows on WRCT, and it was sometimes it was DJs, but a couple of times I would just like invite non-DJ, not necessarily, let me not say non-DJs, people who are like well informed about
Mm,
about music and like are always at events and like really know what's up, but they don't necessarily DJ.
yeah.
It's interesting to do shows where it's like, they come on, they bring their music or they bring their record, whatever their collection is, because
Hmm.
they're not deep, but they're definitely collecting and have like a very tuned ear.
Hmm.
Um, and they were, and they would just play their stuff, and they could either just like play it, song to song, not necessarily mixing, or they could, say that, I bought this record and I got it from here, and this is why I was really into it. So yeah, definitely more of that, because I know there's definitely tons of people who are in the music community who are listeners who like collect music, but maybe they aren't DJs, but they know what's up. So I was trying to do that every so often, and it was just like inviting people. I maybe not I know, but I feel like they are, they definitely tuned in, and I had a couple of friends, people come in and do that, and I would do some of it too. But I think it's cool to, there's people beyond, like the DJs. There's beyond the DJs who know what's up and have, deep crates, quote unquote, but aren't necessarily mixing it. So
Yeah.
I think we can do more of that to,
Yeah.
invite those people and let them show or talk about what their
Hmm.
ears are tuned to. Because
Yeah.
I know you're out there. I see you, and
Yeah, I
I'm
maybe
thankful for you.
my friend hosts these like things called like hot take nights where everyone
Hmm.
like presents a hot take and then people like debate. But I
Mm.
think it would be cool to do that but with like albums where
Mm.
you're
Yeah.
like, okay, actually Skrillex is like kind of like very accomplished and skilled.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people.
Yeah.
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 A lot of people have strong opinions, I'm sure, about things that maybe they don't voice all the time.
Hmm. Is there
But yeah,
anything
let's.
else in the bag?
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, one of the classes I took at CMU was, and I was just thinking about this book. There's like this book, Handmade
Mm,
Electronic Music, and it's a lot of like, do it yourself, like synths and little boxes that you can make for
mm,
like, beyond just like piezo mics and stuff.
mm-hmm,
But I feel like I need to look at this and check it out,
mm-hmm,
because I guess there was like a class I took that was like um making electronic music, and I did this weird project with one of the other people I was in class with, and it didn't turn out well. We did like this weird box that was like with a Xbox Connect, and it was like it would
mm-hmm.
turn on the music. I don't know. This is like pretty like it's pretty like basic stuff, but at least for anyone who's more tech savvy than me. But yeah,
Yeah,
like
hieroglyphic
music
being, speaking of
and didn't
connects,
and didn't
because
and didn't
connects
yeah
are
and didn't.
actually like really, they're like used a lot, like tech that was repurposed by a lot of
Mm-hmm.
artists for like cool stuff. He brought up this like, yeah, Jamal brought up this like idea he had where he was like, I want like this weird dance floor art installation where there's like some panopticon
Mm-hmm.
like AI that monitors, like maybe you have Kinects mounted in the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
that's monitoring the dance floor, and like if anybody like isn't acting like quote unquote like right for the culture, or like they're
Mm-hmm.
like talking, or like maybe they're like I don't know, like not doing something or doing something out of the ordinary, like it shines a spotlight on them, and like there's like
Mm-hmm.
this AI voice that is
Oh
like,
wow.
you have been I don't know. Like, you have been ticketed by the disco police for talking
Oh
on the
wow.
dance floor.
Whoa, that's kind of, yeah. That feels kind of, I don't know. That's interesting, kind of an intrusive. No, I don't know. I feel like I feel like the few times I've been to nowadays, they have like dance floor monitors, so you're
Mm,
you're not allowed to use your phone on the dance floor.
yeah.
So they have like monitors, and they're like, hey, you're using your phone, or you're like talking. If you're gonna do this, get off the dance floor.
My Burning Man camp, like I went
Hmm.
once in 2019. About half of them are like Canadian because I
Hmm.
lived in Seattle and there's a lot of like Canadian crossover.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, we'd have this shtick where we would all dress up as like the Royal Mounted Disco Police, and
Hmm.
we actually had like physical little tickets for like your
Mm.
outfit is too nice. Like
Oh
you're
wow.
talking on the dance floor, and then we'd have like those little like toy ponies with the
Hmm.
stick, and we'd like
Yeah.
ride and be like, haha,
Oh
you
wow.
have been ticketed. Right up.
Around to you. So were they like good tickets, like tickets to applaud the outfits, or ticket, or like you get like a yellow card or a red card if you're like like I don't know, or like
It was
or like
all done
another.
in like good humor.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like I think it's a really great technique for like
Hmm.
gently like guiding people to like
Hmm.
do the right thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of them were like compliments, like your outfit is like too gorgeous. Like
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. 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 I feel like that. How do you? Yeah. How do you like positively give a, I don't know, for lack of a better term, thing to take, taking back the arts to give like a critique or like, or applaud somebody
hmm
regard, so like, hey, if you're gonna talk, do it somewhere else, but not be like aggressive about it.
yeah. Because I feel like
Dance floor monitoring as opposed to
yeah,
policing or whatever. What's
like
like
at
a, who
one of the
knows?
last Fourth River seminars, Aaron Clark said like the biggest thing in terms of culture is that like a lot of the Gen Z kids when they come to the club like talk on the dance floor.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm figuring out like I hate it because I think I'm like really sensitive to sound and voices and stuff. And
Hmm.
I can hear their whole conversation
Hmm.
and it like distracts from my like ability to like lock into the music.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I think like yeah, there's a way to definitely correct things very gently and like with compassion.
Hmm.
I was thinking about like for the hot math show I'm organizing, like framing it as like this is the nonverbal room,
Hmm.
and yeah, that's like good Gen Z lingo language that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah. I think I don't know, at least. Yeah, I think like the few times I've been to nowadays, like they do a good. I feel like this was already, like Kevin was talking about this a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong. Definitely like they give you a whole spiel when you
Mm,
in.
hmm
I don't know if this is still done. I feel like I haven't been there since before 2020. But they have whoever's working the door like tell you like these are this is the code of conduct. This is like
Yeah,
how to appreciate things, but also be cognizant of the other people on the dance floor.
yeah. I want to see more people picking up
Like
trash that's not
yeah,
theirs.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, and just take care of each other, take care of the space, and to the best of your ability. Like you can't be everywhere all the time, but
Yeah.
and you still want to have fun, but how do you do like the if everyone does a little bit, it shout out to Naeem's track, make many hands make light work. I feel like I have to talk about myself in third person to not be weird
Yeah.
about stuff. But yeah, I guess that's like that's one of the things I try to think about. How can everybody do a little bit? And it's like
hmm
so the parts are the sum is greater than the parts. Everything.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the other, like at one of the Scobie shows, like I think this is something I could have done a better job at. Like I really, yeah, like the door person being like the initiator of
Mm-hmm.
culture. Um, yeah, that's something that I think I should institute more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my friend Olga, she was picking up like cups and stuff, and someone asked her like, "Do you live here?" And she was like,
Mm-hmm.
"No."
Yeah.
Just because like I think it didn't occur to them
Mm-hmm.
that somebody who doesn't like isn't running the show could be
Mm-hmm.
helping.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
helping out. Like yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you throw away like two things that like helps in the
hmm
grander scheme of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do we all be a part of the party,
hmm
for lack of a better term? Or,
Yeah, because I want to do like, I love it when the line between the performers and the audience is blurred.
mm-hmm.
Um, I wonder what like a completely like non-hierarchical version of that for a show would be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, where like, I don't know, people from the audience perform
Mm-hmm.
and they step down and step up as they feel like it. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, well, okay, there's still the Fourth River thread,
Hmm.
but I also want to ask you about studio art. But maybe we can
Hmm.
talk about the Fourth River thread first, like
Sure.
how that
What do you
experience has
got?
been. Um, yeah, like I feel like I was really, it warmed my heart to see that there's like mentorship going on in the
Hmm.
scene, and that's like speaks to the maturity of the scene in Pittsburgh.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, how has that? Cause yeah, I was talking to Jaybird and um, yeah, and how like they told me that they like made an EP in like 2 months, and
Hmm.
how it was kind of like this whirlwind. Yeah, like what was your experience like?
I would even say from like a mentor standpoint, this is one of the things I was thinking about as I was quote unquote preparing for this. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely had tons of mentors, and in doing Detour, we've had a ton of people who were more established, or at the time when we were starting had a lot more experience in terms of like doing shows. So I don't know. Excuse me for not listing everybody, but and I'm not going to list anybody just to, so I
Yeah.
don't name some people, not people. But yeah, there's been a ton of mentorship in terms of us, both from like a booking standpoint, in terms of like maybe this person is like someone who could be interesting, or how to do this or not do this, or even like in terms of DJing, getting
Yep.
started. Like I've had tons of so I did just to say this, I definitely didn't do this on my own. I've had
Mm-hmm.
people to influence, instruct, give guidance, or better information or knowledge as to how it has been done, or how it could be done, or some of their ideas for how to do stuff. So I thank you to all those various people. And if you want to hear names, please message me
Privately.
on some platform. If you want to do that, go per topic. But yeah, I've had
Mm-hmm.
lots of people help out, in terms of whether it's
Yeah.
production or booking shows. So, if you have
Mm-hmm.
questions, feel free to reach out to
Yay.
me, or
Naeem,
talk about stuff.
side A, side B radio.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. But for Fourth River, to get back to it, yeah, again, once again, thank you for all the mentors and people who have
Mm-hmm.
helped me get to where I am today. I think Fourth River for me, a lot of it was like there's definitely been things that I've heard through like interviews online, or people doing tutorials on stuff, but a lot of it for me was like you've heard about these, but are you actually doing these habits as like as an artist, in terms of,
Mm-hmm.
like we were talking about before, like give yourself time to make bad work.
Yep.
Or if you like some of what we were saying before is like, are you do you have like some people to send your stuff to, and whether
Mm-hmm.
they're saying it's bad or it's good, like are they able to provide let's say critical feedback that is helpful to you and informative. Like I was saying before, how do you give good feedback to other people, and how do you know who to
Mm-hmm.
send your stuff to get critical or helpful feedback. So yeah, so a lot of it was just are you actually are you doing your morning pages, which I have not done. I'm a bad student. Or
Have you done one of them?
no, I've been terrible. I haven't done any. Yeah, I wake up and then I head straight to my phone. No. uh,
Okay, one thing I adapted was I started doing voice memos instead of
oh,
writing
okay,
it. So then I
interesting.
just take out my phone and I voice memo and I walk around the block and I just like
Oh,
free talk into my phone for
okay,
like 30
cool.
minutes. Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that.
Hmm.
Um, Let me see. So it's a lot of like what you've maybe heard about these habits, but are you actually doing them? So it's
Hmm.
like, are you doing morning pages for as a one to start, or are you setting aside some time to set aside some time to work on your music, or spend time in the studio, whether that's like a little bit of time a day, or if you have time on the weekend, time in the evening,
Hmm.
it's better to do it in the morning. um, you're not just relying on when inspiration strikes, and you're doing it all the time, because sometimes inspiration won't strike.
Yep.
Or if you do go to the studio, and it's like I've definitely heard from my one interview, and if you're in the studio and you're working, and maybe stuff doesn't come together in like a half an hour or hour, move on to something else.
Mm.
Other stuff, whether it's like coil cable day, or it's like you know arrange your sample day,
Hmm.
or arrange your samples day, or
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you're like researching synthesizers day,
Like
which
buy
which
records day.
yeah, which could be good or bad. Definitely, buying equipment is great, but it can also be like it can be a whole. You're always trying to look for
Yeah.
something new. Like how can you download or read the manual for a long time? How can you
Yeah.
look at it in a new light, maybe?
Like I think a lot of artists like the whole steady state 9 to 5, like, oh, I'm gonna go to the studio for 3 hours every
Hmm.
day. Like
Yeah.
that structure. I think
Hmm.
going into the studio 3 hours every day is a good structure to have. But like
Hmm.
being like I'm gonna make stuff for 3 hours a day is like
Right.
really hard to impose.
Hmm.
Just because I think like we're more free form or like have more different cycles
Hmm.
of inspiration. Yeah, every month I have this week where I just buy a fuck ton of records, but then they all come
Mm.
in and I'm like, I don't want to unbox all this.
Oh, yeah,
But
that
it's a
makes
good
sense.
present from past me to future me to be like, okay, like I'm gonna open all these records and be like, wow, I don't remember ordering this, but then I put it on and it's fire.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it. How can you give, future me, future you, a gift? So it's like, oh
Hmm.
yeah, on this day I wasn't inspired, I organized all these samples. So when the inspiration hits, you can like
Hmm.
you can jump right in, or you have
Yeah.
your you have your sample pack. And this is like some of the Fourth River stuff we talked about. How can future you have your sample pack ready to go, or
Hmm.
you have your your
Yeah.
template or your Logic or your
Because there's so
Pure
much
Data
work.
template.
There's so much hidden work that's
Hmm.
not like the work,
Yeah.
but it is like still the work that like doesn't get like as much light shown on it,
Hmm.
where it's like, oh, I'm gonna like wipe the dust off the records or
For
like
sure. Yeah.
yeah, like BPM like list or like put stickers on my records depending on like the
Hmm.
vibe of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Get your musical ducks in a row.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so about studio art, yeah.
Hmm.
Like what was your primary, did you have a primary focus or like what did you work on?
I didn't. I was trying to be. I guess it was all 2D stuff.
Hmm.
And then I was trying to like do painting and stuff. I feel like I wasn't a good painter, and I haven't painted in years. But I got into screen
Acrylic or
printing.
oil?
Both.
Both, yeah.
But I got into screen printing my last year, and that's kind of where I
Hmm.
ended up um, landing, so to speak. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's been screen printing or printmaking ever since.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Hmm. Did you do art like growing up, like pre-college?
yeah, I did like a pre-college at CMU
Mm.
back, and that's how I ended up here.
Hmm. Yeah, I think CMU is like a common denominator for a lot of people in
Hmm.
Pittsburgh. Like it's what brought me here. It was grad school.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 CMU, the radio station. Yeah, it's the conduit, quote unquote, for a lot of things. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, CMU, and
What
thanks
called
yeah.
me? Oh,
Oh no,
yeah.
I
Thanks
was
to
just gonna
who?
say thanks Smoko for having me on Smoko's show the other day.
Yay.
It was our return to WRCT, the side ACB return to WRCT after many years.
Yay. I have this radio show also, which I go into sometimes,
Oh
but
really?
sometimes I just like let automation play.
Oh. I have to look out. What's the show's called? I feel like I haven't been paying
It's
attention.
called Songs to Stim to. Ever since I got my
Oh.
autism diagnosis, I
Uh-huh.
realized most of my relationship with music is being like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do
Hmm.
this. Like,
No, I mean the music, whatever the music calls you to do,
hmm.
let it speak to you,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, what brought me to the reason why I applied to CMU was because I wanted to do work with the Studio for Creative Inquiry.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really awesome.
Oh yeah, I see it. Whoa. Tuesdays,
At
songs to
7.
stem to
Uh-huh.
at 7.
Yeah, you
I'm not
feel
gonna
like
read
you're
it.
reading a promo.
Well, I wasn't gonna read the promo. I mean, no, it's cool. I mean, that's how the station works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't figure out how to play bin cuts though over the CDJs.
Oh, you know, I mean, I was just there, but yeah, I don't know, just like push them into the CDJ. I don't know. I feel like people are like, oh yeah, CDJs. They like, you know, they do play CDs. Not to
Oh,
like,
okay,
I don't know. Yeah,
cool.
that's what. Well, yeah, getting into like technology stuff. Yeah, yeah. I started with the controller, so and then I got CDJ 1000s, and I had those for a while. Those are
Hmm.
before thumb drives. I don't know. So
Hmm.
I just practice with getting off topic. You know,
Hmm.
I would burn CDs before the gigs, and I have my
Yeah,
own labeling
hell
system, and
yeah.
I'd be like, it'd be tempo, song name, and then I would write some weird 3 word sentence to describe the song, and I would write it.
Hmm.
So it's like, I don't know, weird esoteric, I guess, you know, like hands in the air electro, or hands in the air techno,
Yeah,
or like slow down techno to stim to, I don't know,
yeah.
whatever.
Electra. Okay, so I saw Max Watts play this
Hmm.
past movement,
Oh, cool.
and he was my intro to electro funk.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything he makes is like such a banger,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I love electro.
Yeah, limited network.
Yeah, Max and Sugar. I'm trying to get them
Mm-hmm.
to play, but they're very elusive.
uh,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Um, okay, we are nearing the end of the interview.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is there anything in your notes that we didn't cover, or
Oh,
something you wanted to talk about?
um, I don't know. I just was like, oh yeah, I gotta find a I have to find a quote. That's what I wrote down from when I was like
Mm-hmm.
closing interview. I don't know if I have a quote, but
Well,
wisdom
Chiefum
from
Kevin
the
didn't have
ether.
a quote. He had a plug for
Oh,
the library.
okay. Library plug or a plug of anything.
Mm-hmm. A plug, a seminal piece of like inspiration for
Hmm.
you. A quote you like.
Hmm.
You've already brought up a lot of books though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would just say the same thing. Many hands make light work. That's my
Mm-hmm.
inspiration. You know,
Mm-hmm.
how
Yeah.
can
Do
we?
it
I mean,
together.
yeah, as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that was definitely one of the things from that I've been trying to do, and was definitely inspired by Fourth Figure. Is how could I? Because I'm usually making stuff alone, so I've been trying to
Mm-hmm.
like talk to people. It's like, hey, let's get together and jam or something.
I always want to be making stuff with people. I think that's how I just like operate.
Mm-hmm.
But in visual art, it was very lonesome to
Mm,
try to find people to paint with.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm finding in music it's like so much more communal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get our stuff. You know, let's put our stuff together and make some terrible art.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
some bad. Let's
And
make
then
some
we
bad
sell it.
stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
sell it at the merch table.
Let's make the worst art and the, you know, the most
Yeah, okay,
horrible
so
sounds.
Jamal Hieroglyphic Being like he
Mhm.
has like this series called The Worst Edits. And like
Oh,
one thing is he's like I'm making dance music for bad people and like he's like this is a
oh,
piece of shit. Like he has this shirt I have which is like
mhm.
it says like in big all caps the shittiest sounds you don't want to hear with spiritual name titles to prove how deep I am.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah. So I think he leans into the shittiness.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, make the worst art and get our 5 people who really love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Hamburger Lady,
Hmm.
like Josh's
Yeah.
drawings because they're like he draws a lot on the bus, so
Oh,
there's a lot of
whoa.
like
Yeah, so you're like,
jitteriness. Yeah.
just, yeah, yeah, pencil or whatever your drawing tool is. It's like
Mhm.
skewing all over the place.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. Okay. Many hands make light work.
Yeah,
Quote
that's my thing.
Naeem, 12:55 p.m. EST.
Yeah, yeah, them, us. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Sade said be us. If you like what you hear, you know what to do. That's my other
Yeah,
quote.
you know what to do.
Yeah, I mean that just basically, yeah, if you like if you like a music or sound, look it up.
Hit
Support
up
the
Naeem and ask him for screen printing all at the
you
same
sure,
time.
yeah, 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 not that. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, look up the music and try to support the artists or
Mm-hmm.
the people who made it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Well,
sweet.
thanks for chatting.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. I'll
Yeah,
look
yeah.
out for when this gets to the people or
It
something.
will in December
December, okay.
for
Are you doing these
Christmas.
like yeah? Are
A
you
month
doing these
late
like per month? Okay,
every
sweet.
month. Yeah,
Okay,
it's a good cadence.
yeah? No, no,
Yeah.
that's a perfect case. What's the one for November?
Hieroglyphic being.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
All right, I
yeah.
got 10 minutes into it, and then before this, and I was like, all right, I gotta.
I like to put it on in the background, like maybe when I shower or I'm
For
cooking.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a? I guess this is a question for you. Do you have, or currently, is there like a song or like a CD or a piece of music that you listen to when you're like cooking?
Oh, okay. No, actually, the songs to stim to, that one of the
Hmm.
intro things is like, this is because each week is supposed to be a different activity or
Oh,
like a
okay.
different vibe or like situation you're in, and you're like, okay, I'm cooking paella. Like this is the
Mm.
playlist for cooking paella.
Paella playlist.
Um,
Okay, cool.
I
No,
love
that's a
playing
great
like Latin
concept.
music when I'm cooking.
Mm.
There's this one NTS show. I'll send it to you.
Hmm.
That I really love for like cooking. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I've been listening. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I still make. I'll still burn a CD because the CD player we have in our kitchen is it only takes CDs. It's super old, but yeah, I've been listening to Monchi y Alexandra, which is like a bachata
Mm.
group, and they
Mm-hmm.
have like a CD that I've been listening to for the. It's starting to actually degrade now, so maybe I need to make a new one because I've listened to it many times. But I forget the album name, but there's like one Hasta el Final. But that's my I forget if that's the actual album. But yeah, no, I think it is. But yeah, that's the one I've been listening to whenever I cook, and that's
Mm.
like been enduring.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good bass lines and little percussion
Mm.
sections.
Yeah. Oh, well, one album recently is like Ritual Howl's Ruin.
Hmm.
Um, it's Ben Saginaw, who's like Shigeru's brother,
Hmm.
is the bassist, which is how I found out about it. But like, it's like this genre that I don't really listen to, but I put it on, like, because I bought the record and I was like, oh my God, like, this is like changing my mind with regards to this whole genre. Because it's like really good. Um, yeah.
Cool. I got a lot to listen to. There's some
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I have a long list of like stuff to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Grows every day. When I don't know if I'll
Is
ever
the
catch up.
list like in notes?
Yeah, of course it's in. I always
Okay.
also take a lot of. I'm a terrible because I use what do you call it? What's the app? Shazam. I Shazam stuff, and
Yeah.
I take photos from on my phone, or if I see somebody post something on Instagram, I'll like look it up, and then I'll because they have the little captions for what the song is. I'll take those and I'll like start to do
Uh-huh.
another like whatever story with it, but then I'll just screenshot what the song is.
Yeah.
So my phone is like full with those, and my phone's probably almost out
You
of space.
could
But
you could train a you could write a program to do OCR on all the screenshots and extract the titles and then make a YouTube playlist out of them. Because like
oh,
what I do when people tell me something, instead of typing in my notes, I type into YouTube Music and then I add it to a playlist. And then I
okay.
like will revisit that playlist at some point later in the future.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because then it's like really easy and it just like plays.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I also try. Also, sometimes I'm always looking for like album art too. So if
I
it presents itself,
love, yeah, I love
so
album art.
I'm trying to get the album art. I'm trying to get the song title. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to do too much at one time. But yeah, there's lots of lists that I may never go back to, but they're taking up
Hmm.
space on my phone.
Hmm. Yeah.
Or like weird videos that's like it's like, oh yeah, I should listen to that song. Or there's like a voice note. If I'm
Hmm.
at a party, I'm like, okay, this is 10:25 or 10 whatever 25. This is DJ playing. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good break for this song. I was at this venue and this is the DJ that was playing.
Yeah, like I've been at shows, like kind of secretly just having my voice memos on record the whole time.
Oh,
And then I'll like go back and listen to it and it's like kind of shitty, but like perfectly shitty in the way
mhm,
that like it actually was in that moment.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good record.
Yeah, have you ever sampled voice notes? Maybe it's a little bit strange to have your
I
voice in a
Yeah,
song.
I've been really thinking about that because one of my friends are like Tree. Like I've
Hmm.
asked them about how they do field recordings, and
Hmm.
they have a Zoom mic, but what they use the most often is just their phone.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I have a lot of things saved as like samples, but I have yet to
Hmm.
load them into my Octatrack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's always fun to have like the if you're inside the club, have like a recording of outside the you
Yeah.
hear it from far away. I feel like I always think
Yeah.
about Daft Punk Revolution 9. How it like kind of starts where it's like super filtered and
Mm,
it's like them outside the
yeah,
club.
okay, yeah. Okay, for the Outecker show, because I went to DC to see Outecker
Hmm.
play, and I like voice memoed the whole thing, but there are moments where I go to the bathroom and you can hear the
Hmm.
bathroom door shut, and
Yeah.
then there's like all this weird reverb, and then like I open the bathroom door and then you hear the like intro into back to Outecker.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a fun way to start off the set. It's like like you're outside, you're out, you're doing like a not a simulation, but you're like modeling maybe
Mm-hmm.
the you walking into the space, and like as you
Yeah.
get closer to the dance floor, it comes out. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real reverb.
Yeah, real reverb in the live, yeah, live reverb. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
okay, sweet. Yeah, thanks
Okay.
for the interview.
Yeah, of
Thanks for
course.
holding the time, the space
Of
to
course.
talk.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right. Take care.
All right,
Bye.
take it easy. See ya.